Here's a quick podcast for all you true crime fans. The case of the missing Reeses. It was me at the store with my mouth. Motive? They're Reeses. What was I going to do? Stop myself? Tune in next time to see if I do it again. Spoiler, I will. Wow, that had everything. Reeses, suspense, Reeses.
These long dog days of summer, I mean, we just made it through a heat wave. Mama was parched through this heat wave. I was hitting up Dunkin' every single day, and I will continue to probably for the rest of my days, but especially this summer. Dunkin' is helping everyone stay cool this summer with its lineup of refreshers. These drinks are packed with bold, fruity flavors and served ice cold. It's amazing. Dunkin' refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. I like to start my morning with them personally, and then sometimes I go back for a second one because I'm just feeling crazy. They come in a variety of delicious flavors, including fan favorites mango pineapple and strawberry dragon fruit. And then for a limited time, there's black cherry and there's pink pineapple. I'm going to tell you something right now, and it's a bold claim, let me tell you, but I stand behind it. Pink pineapple will change your life. It is so good. It has me feeling like I'm sitting in a pool, resort side, just living, honey. It's so yummy. Try your favorite flavor with green tea, sparkling water, lemonade, or Dunkin's all-new limeade. I haven't tried the limeade yet, but I'm going to. Usually I get my drinks made with green tea and occasionally lemonade, but I do really like the green tea. Or if you don't want to build your own, try one of Dunkin's curated refreshers like the Cherry Lime Ricky or the Ultimate Pink Daydream. The Cherry Lime Ricky, scrumptious. I could drink like 3 of these a day. They're so freaking yummy. Head to Dunkin' today and find your favorite refresher. Dunkin' refreshers contain less than 1% fruit juice. Limited time offer. Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. This episode is brought to you by SoFi, the all-in-one finance app where you can bank, borrow, and invest all in one place. Let's talk about bank accounts for a second. The average bank savings rate is 0.39% in interest. You're earning pennies on your savings, and it doesn't have to be that way. But with SoFi's high-yield checkings and savings, the money barely making moves sitting in your savings account can earn over 8 times the national average savings rate with eligible direct deposit. No account or overdraft fees. We love transparency. You can get your paycheck up to 2 days early, plus get up to a $300 welcome bonus when you sign up with eligible direct deposit. Sign up for SoFi checking and savings at SoFi.com/morbid. SoFi checking and savings is offered through SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms apply. The best summer pieces are the ones you end up wearing on repeat. Comfortable, versatile, and somehow right for almost every occasion. Quince makes it easy to create a summer wardrobe that you'll love, with elevated essentials made from premium materials like European linen, organic cotton, and washable silk, without the traditional retail markup. I love that! Quince's 100% European linen pants, dresses, and tops are the pieces that you absolutely will reach for all summer long. I absolutely love their linen. I have so many pairs of their linen pants, which you can dress up or you can dress down in the summer. Like, say you're going to a nice dinner, you can pair it with like a silk shirt, a really cute necklace, some good, makeup and an updo. Or if you're just looking for a more casual look, you can do the linen pants with like a loose button-up shirt and you still look really chic, kind of like, I don't know, Diane Keaton vibes, I kind of think. Also, it's not just apparel. Quince also offers elevated essentials for your home, from bedding and bath to kitchen essentials and furniture. They have it all, honey. I am a big lover of Quince, and I really do think you will be too. Make your summer wardrobe feel easier. Go to quince.com/morbid for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/morbid for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/morbid.
Hey weirdos, I'm Alaina.
I'm Ash.
And this is Morbid.
And it's Morbid in the morning.
That's why we sound like this.
We sound a little hoarse.
Yeah, and I think Ash gave me her cold. So,
Oh, I did?
Yeah, it's starting to creep up.
To be fair, your children gave me my cold, so...
It's the circle of life here. So that's just, that's
circle
just
of
what's
germs.
happening. The circle of germs.
It's so weird. Drew, the last time I got sick, did not get my cold.
I
and
know.
This time did not get it. I'm like...
I thought I was going to get away from it. I still might, knock on wood. I just have a scratchy throat and my nose is a little like verklempt, but like
verklempt.
But I think
my
maybe
nose is in a bit of a curmudgeon.
It is. It's having a moment. So maybe, but I sometimes this happens and then nothing comes out of it.
Well, the other thing is like not to get all like I don't know, but it's allergy season, I think.
Not to get all, I don't know.
I'm looking at my coffee and I've only drank about this much.
Yeah, I haven't had a lot of coffee, but
Alaina
here we
has
are.
2 coffees sitting in front of her.
I have an iced and a hot in front of me right now.
That's who I am.
That's who I am as a person. So we told you that after 4 harrowing,
wretched,
laborious,
gut-shattering
exactly episodes of Albert Fish that we're gonna lay it on easy for a couple episodes just to ease you back into it.
Yeah,
again.
so we give you listener tales, which was fun.
Those listener tales were I mean, I feel like I say it every time we do a listener tales.
Fun.
I'm like, that was such a good one, like one of my favorites, but they are so good. I love listener tales.
The one about I'm going to just say the flesh pedestrian, because somebody on Twitter said that and I was cackling.
Yes, and we got a couple, so flesh pedestrians.
Yeah.
There was a couple of mentions, especially from like our Native American Patreon subscribers that were like, hey, next time, if you say the word, can you just like put out a trigger warning? Because like that is a very real
Is it like
thing,
bad luck?
especially. Well, no, it's just like that's like a very scary, very real thing, especially in Native American cultures. So they were like, it's just like, I was driving and I almost like hit a tree.
Oh my god!
I was like, oh my god! I never wanted to do that.
I didn't realize that.
So flesh pedestrians. I think you can tell what I'm talking about right now.
Yeah,
I'm going to say the word, so just like
skip
trigger
if you don't
warning.
want to
Trigger
hear.
warning. I'm about to talk about flesh pedestrians. We were talking about skinwalkers, and that's why. So I had no idea. So thank you for letting me know, because I had no idea.
Yeah, same.
We probably will do an episode on them at some point. I apologize in advance, and you'll get lots of warning, but thank you for letting us know that, because I had no idea. I haven't looked into them.
I woke up
too much
at 3:00 this morning and I had to pee so bad, and it's all I could think about, and I didn't want to walk.
Was a flesh pedestrian?
Yeah, and I didn't want to walk. I didn't want to pedestrianize to my bathroom.
No, pedestrianized.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ash has not had coffee.
let me just stir this.
Let me just take a quick little sip of this. So after that funness, because that was pretty scary.
Yeah.
We're going to get into, I was like, I'm in the mood for a witch trial.
What else is new?
You ever wake up and you're like, I'm just in the mood for a witch trial. Not to actually do one, but to actually learn about one.
Study one.
I do. So I found some, because I was like, I got to move out of the Salem witch trials, because like as much as I could just literally give you guys 65 episodes on that, I would love to revisit that and like really lay it out. We'll see. But
make it its own show.
Make it its own show. That'd be sick. But I figure there's so many witch trials that I feel like don't get talked about enough. And they're everywhere outside of the United States, in the United States.
Because
everywhere.
When you did the Paisley witch trials long ago, I'd never heard of that.
Exactly. I feel like they don't get enough,
recognition.
They really don't. So this one that I'm going to cover today is, and it's like intense too, but it's commonly referred to as the Osyth Witch Trials. It is Osyth, like the Star Wars villains, I learned because it's spelled St Osyth, so I thought it was Osyth for a while, but it's Osyth.
Okay.
I did my research for you guys.
Don't get it twisted.
And this is, so Osyth is an English village near Essex. So we're going across the pond.
Right over there.
So this took place February 19th, 1582.
Pisces season.
There you go. OG Pisces season.
Woof, woof.
There's, you know what? There's a lot of energy here.
Emotions.
So there's a lot of emotions happening here.
Pisces season, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. It's not for me.
No, it's not for me at all.
No, you're a
I've
Capricorn,
learned.
so it's very much not
Pisces
for you.
season is by far not my season.
Too emotional.
Yeah, I hate it.
Get it away from me.
Please get
I'm
it away from
so
me.
ready to like yeet myself into Aries season.
Yeah, that's John's season. So.
Yeah, and no, not Papa's.
like
He cusps it.
he cusps that shit. So this started with a fight between Grace Thurlow and Ursula Kemp.
Okay.
Now, I found a couple of things that like went into, because it's from 1582. So as you can imagine,
Did you find the newspapers?
not super easy to find a lot of like actual documents, except
What'd you
this
find?
one happens to have a really gnarly document that survives to this day.
What is it?
It's called the name of this is like my favorite. It's called A True and Just Record of the Information, Examination, and Confession of All the Witches taken at Osyths in the county of Essex, whereas some were executed and others some entreated, according to the determination of law, wherein all men may see what a pestilent people witches are, and how unworthy of life in a Christian commonwealth.
Can you imagine telling somebody they're unworthy of life?
Because
Like, who are you?
You pestilent witch. You're unworthy of life.
Unworthy.
In a Christian commonwealth.
Like,
Also,
I'll
can
leave.
you imagine that this was written by some guy who only goes by WW? And
Oh.
can you imagine being WW and being like, hey, would you guys like to read my pamphlet? It's called The True and Just Record of the Information, Examination, and Confession of All Witches taken at Osyths in the county of Essex, whereas some were executed and some were entreated according to the determination of law, wherein all men may see that a pestilent people witches are and how unworthy of life they are in a Christian commonwealth. Do you want one?
Don't keep it that weird.
Do you want one?
No.
Like, I'd be like,
you lost me at, hey, do you want?
I'd be like, I've lived an entire life while you told me the title of that.
I had a whole family.
I had a whole
I'm retired,
Yeah.
yep.
I'm like,
I'm in Florida these days.
I'm golfing now. Bye.
See ya.
Bye, WW.
I'm playing shuffleboard with Mavis next door.
with Mavis. I love that. But so this is a document. It's over 100 pages long. It's like a pamphlet, and it survives. It's got all the confessions, like he says, everything in there, and it's all right there.
Where did you find
It's a very
this?
like thorough document. Well, I found this book called England's Witchcraft Trials by Willow Winsham. Very
Willow.
interesting.
Love.
Very good book. It has a ton of other witch trials and like goes into certain witches or accused witches. And she mentioned this in that book, and I was like, ooh. So I went and found it, and then I read all 100 page. Like, I went through every document. And let me tell you, the old English way of writing,
Hard.
where they use a U instead of a V, and like all other kinds of like. Thank goodness this other book, England's Witchcraft Trials, like kind of helped translate some of the names into what they actually are. 'Cause
Like,
you're
wasn't
I don't
on
know
some
what that is.
hear ye shit.
It's a lot. So let's start off with how this began. So Grace Thurlow, she was pregnant at the time, and she said that her son Davy had been sick the year before that, and he was not getting better, and her friend Ursula Kemp had come to her home to visit. She was like a well-known healer. She would like unbewitch people. That was like her thing. And she was just being nice, trying to act like a friend, and she'd come to do some healing practices on Davy to try to help him out.
All right.
Apparently, she took Davy's hand and said, "A good child, how thou art lauden."
And that
As
means-
one does.
What's lauded?
I think it's like you're a good child, and like you are. It's like you're like basically like you're sick. You're on your bed.
Okay.
Like you're bedridden kind of thing. Like, but you're a good child. Like, we want to help you out. Then she left, but she had taken him by the hand and said that. Then she left, came right back, and did the same thing again. Mm-hmm. She did it one more time, 3 times in total. Mm-hmm. She asked, so Grace was like, okay, I don't know what's going on. So she ended up calling Ursula back that night because, again, she's a healer. And she was like, I need some help because he's getting worse. And she was feeling like comfort with Ursula's practices because he was getting like, he wasn't getting worse, but he wasn't getting better.
Okay.
But she was like, you know, she's the local healer. I feel like I need her just here.
Right.
Just in case something gets worse. So Ursula was like, sure, I'll come back. And you know what? She was like, Davy's going to be just fine. We're going to get him on the mend. And she, according to that official record, said, I warrant thee, thy child shall do well enough. That's what she said.
Okay.
So that night, he got better.
Great.
He was better than he had ever been. Now, this had been a year of him being sick.
That's
and
crazy.
Suddenly Ursula's there, and he's better. So, in fact, when Ursula saw Grace and asked about it, she said, quote, it took good rest this night. God be thanked. Which is exactly, I love how that, like, it took good rest last night. God be thanked. That's exactly what I will say the night that my youngest child sleeps.
This episode is brought to you by SoFi, the all-in-one finance app where you can bank, borrow, and invest all in one place. Let's talk about bank accounts for a second. The average bank savings rate is 0.39% in interest. You're earning pennies on your savings, and it doesn't have to be that way. But with SoFi's high-yield checkings and savings, the money barely making moves sitting in your savings account can earn over 8 times the national average savings rate with eligible direct deposit. No account or overdraft fees. We love transparency. You can get your paycheck up to 2 days early, plus get up to a $300 welcome bonus when you sign up with eligible direct deposit. Sign up for SoFi checking and savings at SoFi.com/morbid. SoFi checking and savings is offered through SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms apply. Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. It took good rest last night.
It took good rest last night. God be thanked.
I'm going to walk in with Starbucks and you're going to say that and I'm going to
and you'll know.
Skirt right out of
You're
the door.
You're going to know. You're going to know. When I come on this podcast, guys, you're all going to be here with me. When I come on here and I say, it took good rest last night, God be thanked, you will know.
That she's gone around the bend.
She's finally sleeping.
Or that
you'll know that all is right.
I don't know. I think I'll feel like all is wrong if you say that.
All will be right.
I don't know.
But yeah, so apparently, you know what? It took good rest last night. Davy was fine. I love that they refer to children a lot in these records as it. They're like, well, it said that. It's like, well, you know, it's a human.
Yeah.
But okay. But weirdly, in the record, it also states that the kid, you know, was doing much better, better than he had in the entire year before that. And then there's also this weird little note in there that says the palms of the child's hands were turned where the back should be, and the back's in the place of the palms.
What? So his hands were like...
And I was like, were his hands like upside down? Like, what does that mean? Ash is trying to do it right now with her own hands.
Like, I don't know, man.
I don't think it has, like, it's not like a very pertinent piece of information, but to me, I saw it and I was like, I just feel like I needed to discuss that one because it's very casual and very moved on from. Just like, that's what happened.
For me, it feels pertinent.
It felt pertinent to me, but the record did not find it pertinent.
At first, I thought you meant like he was sleeping on his hands.
No, it's just like his palms are where his back of his hand should be and his hands are where his palms should be. Not sure.
Okay.
But so again, remember, Grace is pregnant as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So when Grace was ready to give birth, she made a boo-boo.
Oh.
She didn't have Ursula there to help. And this was taken as a real insult by Ursula.
Well, yeah.
She was a healer. She was a friend. She was kind of like a makeshift midwife. She wasn't like, I couldn't find anything that said she was like the midwife of the plate, but I think she did midwife duties.
Well, and she also saved it.
Yeah, exactly. She saved it.
She saved it.
Know? So she was not happy about this. This was a real insult. And instead, Grace chose to have someone else assist her, and that was just bullshit to Ursula. She made this pretty obvious and said she was really offended by the whole ordeal, and the two women immediately fell into a bad way with their friendship.
A bad way.
A bad way. At one point, Grace suffered from what she referred to as a bout of lameness, which they always...
Me too.
I know.
Me too, Grace.
I'm in a constant bout of lameness.
I feel like that's like a new insult. Like, ugh. You know what? You're just in a bout of lameness, so call me back later.
My entire high school experience could be referred to as a bout of lameness.
No, here's where you're wrong. I think the other people who were like rude to you, they were in a bout of lameness.
Oh, it's funny.
You were just like reaching your prime.
I'm just reaching for the stars.
And they were peaking.
But you know what? Grace was really suffering from a bout of lameness.
Yeah, Grace actually was.
And she basically insinuated to Ursula that... So she suffered from this bout of lameness after they fell out.
I cannot.
I can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop.
Never.
But after they fell out of their friendship, that's when the lameness occurred.
Yeah.
So she basically insinuated to Ursula that she had no issue going to Justice Darcy. You know what I'm saying? About this sudden ailment. And she was... Which is like basically her being like... I'm suddenly sick and you were like pissed at me, so like I could go to that justice and tell them that, like basically being like, you know what happens to bitches who do that. Which I'm like, you are a conniving motherfucker.
Yeah, it's also
you
like,
know what happens.
She saved your baby's life.
Like, don't be a butt.
Maybe go away.
But she was prepared to name Ursula as a witch.
It was so wild back
I know.
then,
I'm like,
y'all.
Grace, I think you're just lame. Like, I think you're just
a betch.
That you are like in the other sense of lame.
Literally.
Now, apparently Ursula, which I had no idea, Ursula was a well-known witch name at the time, apparently, according to
oh yeah, because like
exactly
the Little Mermaid.
No one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the Little Mermaid.
They had all seen it.
Yeah, you know. Or as it says in the record, they refer to her as Ursula.
Oh.
Yeah.
Little nickname.
Which apparently Ursula is like what you would get out of that now.
Yeah.
But it says in the record, quote, Ursula, thou hast a naughty name.
Thou hast a naughty name.
Thou hast a naughty name. I was like what
you
is
would lol
happening?
even back then.
Right? That's funny. And because she had a witch name, she was more likely to be named and prosecuted. Now, also, Grace worked for Justice Darcy. She had some kind of like administrative position under him and had a protected position with him because it was shaky for a woman, even for a woman to accuse another woman of witchcraft without the possibility of her herself having that thrown right back at her.
There's three fingers pointing back at you,
Exactly.
Grace.
So it's like this was a huge advantage to her that she knew she was in a protected position because most women would think twice at least, especially if they're not in a position of privilege of any kind, to go accuse anybody because they're just going to turn around and go, well, you're a witch. And then you're thrown in jail with that person.
It's not good. But she was like Deja on this week's episode of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Exactly.
She has immunity.
There you go. She has immunity. Now, Ursula was unbothered. Unbothered. Okay.
Here's the thing. I feel like you can't win because if you're unbothered, you're like a witch.
Yeah.
And if you're bothered,
you're a witch.
You're like a witch.
Yeah. You can't win. But Ursula was just like, I literally am unbothered. I don't care.
Okay.
Like, get fucked, Grace.
She's a queen.
Care. That's what in the official record, it says, thou hast get fucked, Grace.
Yeah, I believe it. I would have said that.
It does not.
Can you imagine?
In case you were worried.
Thou hast kick rocks, bitch.
Now, Ursula was used to people kind of being assholes because all their neighbors later said that, she was known as a volatile woman and she was quick-tempered and she was very assertive and people didn't have great things to say about her attitude. But to me, it just seems like she didn't take any shit, maybe, and people just took that as her being an asshole.
Yeah, that happens.
It happens all the time.
Maybe
Trust
she
me.
was just a boss bitch.
Trust me, it happens all the time.
Maybe she was a Cappy.
Maybe she was a Capricorn. We get called assholes all the time.
For working.
Just for getting shit done.
And for just working. Yeah. And she was out here working.
She was just working.
Saving its life.
And of course, she was also known, like I said before, like very briefly, that she was known to unhex or unbewitch people of the village upon request.
Yeah, just like helping everybody.
Yeah, like she wasn't throwing hexes and bewitches yet, according to everybody, but she was very adept at taking them off, which to me is someone you want to have around.
I would think so. That's somebody you don't want to piss off.
Go get me that unhexing lady. I need her.
Go get me that naughty Ursula.
Yeah, that naughty Ursula. But despite Grace threatening to expose her as a witch, which had just been changed to a felony in England. Yeah.
Felonious behavior.
Felonious witchiness. She still tried to help. So despite the fact that Grace is like, I'm going to go to Justice Darcy and tell him that you are a witch.
She said, no,
Ursula was like, all right, bitch, I'm unbothered. But like, I'm going to help your kid. Like, I'll try to help you out.
Wow.
Yeah. So she still tried to help. She told Grace she could help take this lameness hex off of her. And she said it was easy, which I love this. She said, all you have to do is send away that random birth assistant and let me take my rightful place. Which I'm like, get it. Way to get you're going to get in there one way or another. You're like, I can help you.
One hand washes the other.
Send that girl packing.
Yeah, she saw her time.
Yeah. So Grace had a daughter who was healthy. Birth went great. Ursula helped. Everything great. Ursula also told her that she could show her how to take all bewitchings off of herself and others after this. She was like, if you want, I can teach you.
She was like, I will take you under my wing.
Yeah, I'll teach you my ways. You know, you got hexed. I don't know who hexed you. Maybe you need to do this in the future.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
You're like, I don't know about Ursula.
I'm like, listen, Ursula, you're getting a little shady with it here.
She's getting a little shady. Now, another argument, unfortunately, occurred. They were doing well for a little while.
They weren't meant to be
They
friends.
weren't meant to be. They were not bosom buddies.
No.
This is not. Now, it occurred again over, which this is apparently a very common argument back then, because at first I was like, oh, I feel like I can solve this argument very quickly.
What was it?
It was over who would nurse the baby.
The mom.
Yeah, that was my initial. I was like, okay, my initial thought was like, ladies, I can help you out.
Mama
does that.
Big mama.
But back then, this was a very common thing that like the midwife would help nurse the baby and all that. Like
That feels...
it feels some type of way.
It does.
It certainly does. Now, there was an argument over this because I think it was also to do with like, well, Grace, you've got that fucking lameness. So like maybe you should let me do it because I can be better at
Your
it.
teat is also lame.
I'm sure that was exactly
You have
what she
lame
said.
teats.
And Grace obviously wanted to nurse her own child.
Yeah, I wonder why.
And Ursula was offended again.
Ursula, you gotta like put the offendedness aside.
Then something really tragic happened. At 3 months old, the baby fell out of her cradle and died of a broken neck.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So the record states that in response to this, it says, quote, Ursula, hearing to have happened, made answer, it maketh no matter, for she might have suffered me to have the keeping and nursing of it. So it's basically her being like, yeah, like I told you so. Should have had me do it.
Whoa.
And it's like, oh,
That's
okay,
cold.
That's your friend.
And her
that's
baby
a
just
3-month-old baby
died.
that just rolled out of a cradle and broke her neck.
Oh my god.
And she's just like, well,
Should have let me nurse her.
should have let me do it, I guess. And it's like, ooh,
Ursula knows best.
I guess so. Now, Grace immediately, I mean, she was heartbroken, obviously, and she immediately fell back into that lameness bout. All of a sudden, it came roaring
AKA
back.
depression.
AKA depression, exactly. And Ursula said if she gave her 12 shillings, she could get this hex off again.
So now she has to pay her after her baby just died tragically?
Exactly. So Ursula starts out here, and you're like, all right, Ursula, like, you're not doing anything. But slowly, you're like,
She becomes a con man.
what's going on, Ursula?
Right.
Because she's like, yeah, just give me 12 shillings and I can get this hex off of you again. It's like, why does she keep getting hexes on her, Ursula?
Why?
Why does she keep getting it?
Why?
And it seems like you're the unhexer. Like, this seems like this is rife with things for you to do here. Are you creating your own business opportunities here?
We love an entrepreneur.
I think you are. I think you are, Ursula. Now, Grace agreed because she was like, I just need to get this lameness off of me.
Get it off.
And for 5 or so weeks, she felt amazing and cured.
Okay.
She felt amazing. But she had to tell Ursula, I can't afford the 12 shillings. Like, I don't have that.
So she got the cure, but she didn't
couldn't
have the
pay
money
for it. Now, Ursula said, and you know what? Ursula was like, okay, that was a lot. I get it. Okay. Do you have some cheese?
Oh, you can pay me in cheese any day of the
This
week.
isn't the official record.
Yeah,
by
it
the way.
is. She
And I
said,
was like,
you got cheddar?
I was like, you know what? I'm kind of on Ursula's side again. I feel a little bit one with her for a second, because I would be like, 12, that's fine. You don't have to give me. Do you have a delicious Gouda?
You got a pound of Hoffman's?
Do you have a good Danish blue?
A brie?
A brie?
A wheel of brie?
Manchego.
I'm done. A Monterey Jack.
A Monterey Jack.
Is it even Monterey? No.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay,
you
all
did
right,
it.
all
I
right.
got that. So she was like, do you have some cheese? I'll take that. And she was like, I don't have any cheese.
Who
either.
doesn't have cheese?
Back then, I don't think a lot of people had cheese.
I thought everybody had cheese. I thought that's all they fucking ate. That is bread and cheese.
I thought cheese was fucking just spilling down the streets.
I kind of did. I thought cheese wheels were aplenty. People even had cloths for that
Didn't
shit.
everybody have fucking cheese back then? I love how you were like, get out of here.
I feel that way.
Grace is a bullshitter. Everybody had cheese back then.
Grace is lame. Where's your fucking cheese, lady?
I know. I'm like, what are you
You know how much cheese I have in my refrigerator? And I'm a lactose intolerant bitch.
Oh, yeah. We just fight through that.
I have Ibs and I have fucking pounds of cheese in the fridge.
Oh, but yeah, she didn't have cheese. She was like, I don't have cheese either.
Well, I'd
So,
hex the shit out of her at that
Ursula
point.
left and she was pissed.
Yeah, I'll put
at
a
this
cheese hex on your ass.
point. Not only did you not pay me, but you couldn't even give me the substitution of cheese. Like, come
Get
on.
out.
When, as Ash said, like, Ursula's like, Ash told me everybody has fucking cheese around here, so...
I retroactively traveled in time and was
You
like,
were
listen,
like-
Ursula, get that, bitch.
Ash just poofed next to her and was like, girl,
Everybody
she's lying.
has
Every
cheese."
single fucking person here
She
in this
just-
time period has cheese in their house.
She doesn't like you.
She's a liar. Now,
Raid her fridge.
immediately, the ailment began again.
Yeah.
And it got worse.
Get you some cheese. It'll cure
Because
it.
Ursula is like, I'm going to hex your ass. Now, her son Davy,
Oh, no.
the one that got better,
Yeah.
he would get worse. And then when she would get better, he would get worse. When he would get better, she would get worse. They were like fluctuating.
Okay.
And it
Probably
was strange.
giving each other some like 1500s illness that was
Literally, that's what was happening.
going back and forth between them.
Literally,
And
that's what was
mutating.
happening.
Yeah.
They were just passing germs. That's
Okay.
what was happening.
That makes
But we're
sense.
going to call it a hex. So, yeah, the records say, quote, she becometh so lame as without... I know. It just sounds so funny in modern language.
She becometh
So lame.
So lame.
That's what happened when I had kids.
You're
She becometh so lame.
You probably think this cheese is about you.
Oh, this is just 1500 shit, you know? She becometh so lame.
I have like boogers coming out of my face.
That's literally who I am as a person now. She becometh so lame.
I passed away.
But this one says, she becometh so lame as without help she is not able to arise or to turn in her bed. That's how
Oh.
lame she got.
You can't even move. You're so lame. I need to
Can't
collect
even
myself.
Turn over in your bed, you're so lame. So now according to the records, the 19th day of February, 1582, and it says like for the date, which like it always sounds better over there.
Yeah.
The 19th day of February, the 1582 year of the reign of our sovereign lady, Queen Elizabeth. I'm like,
Whoa.
oh, fuck yeah, 1582.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, whoa, that just made that year like, hell yeah.
Go off, Queen Elizabeth.
Apparently on that crazy day, Grace went to the justice, and Justice Brian Darcy was his name. And she told Brian Darcy that Ursula Kemp was a witch who was hexing her and her children.
Oh, shit.
And she explained the whole ordeal above, including saying she basically murdered my 3-month-old.
Oh.
Which is like not good
I'd also
for
be like,
Ursula.
and you're just coming to me about that?
Yeah, I'd be like, are you? Yeah, okay. Now, after this, another woman, Agnes Leatherdale, also did the same thing and told the justice that Ursula had sent her own son to her home to ask her for scouring sand.
Okay.
You know, I ask my neighbors for scouring sand all the time.
Yeah. Lend me some scouring sand.
You know?
I am your neighbor.
And I guess, exactly. And I guess Ursula was like, can I have some scouring sand? She sent her son. And she said, in return, she said, you can get, quote, the dyeing of a pair of women's hose for the sand. So she was going to dye her hose for this scouring sand. I love 1582.
Me too.
Like, records. a lot of fun.
So she's saying, like, I'll dye your
So
stockings.
she's like, can I have some scouring sand? And for return, because I don't, like, we barter moon rocks here. We
Yeah,
don't,
duh.
money shmoney. So she was like, in return, I'll dye a pair of your hose for you.
Okay.
Which apparently was, like, a need back then. So, like, okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you know? So I think it's a fucking bargain as far as I'm concerned. Here's some sand. Yeah, dye my hose. Cool.
Yeah, that's a great trade-off.
Now, Agnes said no because she was like, no, I won't do that. I'm not giving you scouring sand for dyeing hose. And you know why? She said, knowing her to be a naughty beast.
A naughty beast.
She said, I knew her to be a naughty beast. So I said no. She wasn't going to send her shit.
Okay.
But Ursula saw Agnes's daughter give scouring sand to another neighbor.
And she felt scorned.
She was pissed. She was
Yeah.
like, why don't I get scouring sand? I was going to give you dyeing of the hose.
She's like,
I don't...
I'm not even a naughty beast.
And I wasn't even asking for it for free. I was going to dye your damn hose. Like, it's
It's a trade-off.
come on. This is
Right.
the way the world works. This is the economy. Like,
Come
get
on.
out of here. Now,
It's going to collapse if you don't give me
apparently,
this.
yeah, Agnes's daughter, who gave the other neighbor some scouring sand, she said that Ursula looked at her and mumbled a spell under her breath. And right after this, the child became very ill with a mystery ailment.
She probably just said, like, you little beast.
And then the kid just got some 1582 illness.
Yeah,
That was
because, like,
it.
everybody was throwing their poop out the window.
Yeah, exactly. Now, it said the child came down, quote, as it lay very big with a great swelling in the bottom of the belly and other privy parts.
Oh.
So I'm not sure what this is. I'm not a 1582 doctor.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that was the time, like, it's like Victorian times when, like, they would be like, you have a great swelling in the bottom of your belly and other privy parts, do some cocaine about it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe she, like, had her period and she was, like, bloated.
Probably.
I mean, I don't know about the
I'm not
other
really
swelling,
sure the
but
privy parts, but
Yeah.
she had gone to another healing woman, Agnes had, who revealed that the person behind this mystery illness of her child was Ursula Kemp. So this other healing woman, I don't know if everybody's seeing what's happening here.
Yeah, the other
Not so
healing
much
lady.
witches, but healing women being like, I can get a monopoly on this village if I
Right.
just get her out of here. So you know that other healing woman's going to be like, it was that bitch. Don't go to her. Come
By
to
the
me.
way, do you have any scouring sand?
Come to me.
Right.
So she named her. So they went to see another very well-known healing woman in town named Mother Ratcliffe. You know her, you love her.
She has
Right?
cheese.
She has cheese, I bet.
I feel as though
Everyone
she does.
does.
Not
So-
everyone.
Not everyone, not Grace. So she was very well known for taking hexes off as well. You know, a few women in town had this specialty.
How big is this fucking...
They must have all...
Isn't this like a village?
They all went to the same college course.
Okay.
Now, while they were walking there to go see Mother Ratcliffe, Agnes was with her ailing child, taking her to see what they could do. This ailing child, who we don't have a name for, it's just ailing child,
Horrible. I can't believe they did
apparently
that.
pointed to Ursula Kemp's window and was like saying that, like, she's the bad lady.
Yeah, because he probably heard the word around town.
I'm saying. Now, when they got to Mother Ratcliffe's, she did all her things, and then she said, I'm going to be honest, there's nothing I can do to help this child. It's that bad.
Oh no, and then were they like, you're a witch?
So they were like, wow, Mother Ratcliffe, like, you're not going to get the monopoly on this village. So
You're fake as fuck.
The unnamed healing woman before you is going to get it. So thank you. They even brought in Ursula's son for the to Lord Darcy's like whole interrogation
Acquisition
there.
or something.
Acquisition. There you go. Who, according to the official record, was 8 years old. And when they say he was 8 years old or thereabouts. They're just like, we don't fucking know.
Somewhere
I don't
in
know.
the range of 8 to 10.
He was a kid.
That's how I
all we
feel
care
about kids. I see these kids going to the bus stop at like
Yeah.
on my street, and I'm like,
How old
are
are
you
you?
like 47? Like,
Are you like on Social Security?
you guys in
or are
high
you-
school? And they're like,
Or are you an infant?
yeah, like I don't know. I'm like, oh, you don't look old enough to go to school. Like you're going on the bus. You're like
You're a
3 days
toddler.
old.
What are you doing?
It's like I never know how old kids
Have you
are.
gotten your grown-up teeth yet?
Probably not.
Probably not. So he's 8 years old or thereabouts. So her own son, Thomas, said that Ursula did indeed have spirits.
What?
And he named them all.
What does that even mean?
Apparently spirits are basically familiars. like a witch familiar.
Oh, like Franklin for me.
Like Franklin.
Okay.
Or like R.I.P. Bubba was.
Yeah.
Or is.
Lux
Bubba
also is my familiar.
Bubba's still my familiar.
Yeah, Bubba's
She's
a familiar.
around.
Do you love that I just discounted one of my cats? What the fuck is wrong with me?
Yeah, just Franklin.
I mean, Lux is like...
Lux is like... little chunk of monkey.
Lux is like the assistant to the assistant manager.
100. Assistant to the co-regional manager.
He's just out here vibing.
Yeah, he totally is. But yeah, her own son Thomas, 8 years old, is like, oh yeah, she has familiars. Like, what's up? And then he named them all. Which, don't worry, I'll tell you their names because...
Are they naughty beast names?
There's a couple of naughty names in there. He also said these spirits drank blood from his mother's arm and other places not specified.
I think he was having an active imagination.
8-year-olds, you know what I'm saying? But the next day, Ursula was brought in to speak to Justice Darcy. She said she herself had actually come down with lameness.
She's like, I've been hanging out with that Grace bitch, and now her lameness rubbed off on me.
I'm lame as fuck now.
I'm a bummer.
I am so lame.
Me? Not a good time.
So lame.
Not a good time.
But she said her lameness occurred
I'm leaving. I'm
about 10
leaving.
years prior. She was not currently lame. She was previously lame.
10 years ago?
Yeah, she said 10 years ago she was lame, but she is not lame now. And she said it was so bad that she sought out help from well-known healers in the village, like the ones they had talked to. One woman was from Wheelie, I think it is, which was a town about 5 miles north.
That village over there.
You know that one. This woman insisted that Ursula had been hexed at the time.
Okay.
Told her, you got a hex on you, and we got to take this off. So Ursula made her show her how to fix herself, because she was like, if this happens again, like people are crazy.
I can't be coming out to wheel every weekend.
I cannot.
I can't.
I need to know how to like self-unhex.
Self-care,
like home remedy.
baby.
I need it. So she was like, okay. So she showed her how to do it. And the remedy was to mix hog's dung
Shit.
and something called charvel together. I looked it up. I could find nothing that told me what charvel was. I tried to look it up. If somebody knows what charvel or charvel is in olden times,
We're not supposed to know.
I imagine it's some other kind of poop, maybe, or
Dung.
or something that you shouldn't mix together with other poop.
Yeah.
She
It's
then
retinol.
had to hold this mixture in her left hand and a knife in her right hand, and then she had to use the knife to prick the mixture 3 times and then throw it in the fire. That was how you unhex
Interesting,
yourself.
because like it does feel witchcrafty.
It's very witchcrafty.
Like you just got a dagger out here in these streets.
You're just like stabbing dung in your hand and then throwing it in a fire.
And like 3 times. Like 3 is
times.
so important in
Power
witchcraft.
of 3. Now, after she took 3 sage leaves and 3 pieces of herb John.
The herb of John. John just produces herbs now.
That is my favorite kind of herb. I just want to say.
Herb John.
I will grow a garden of herb John.
Just grow a garden of John.
Just a garden of John.
It's my John garden.
I have to go water my John. So there was 3 sage leaves and 3 pieces of herb John, and placed them all in some ale, which is exactly what herb John should be placed in. John would agree.
Yeah.
Some ale. Some delicious craft beer.
Delicious yeast water.
There you go. So she was instructed to drink this in the morning and at night, like first thing morning, last thing at night, and then it would unhex her.
I'm sorry, is the dung in there?
No, you do. So you do the dung thing first. You got
Throw
that
it
dung ball. You prick it with the dagger, throw it in the fire.
Step 1.
Then you take your sage leaves, you take
2.
your herb John, you put them in an ale, and you drink
it
that
all
in the
up.
morning, you drink that at night, unhex.
It's like an elixir. Or
It is.
a tonic, if you will.
I love that word.
Elixir, me
Elixir.
too.
Wow.
Gonna name my firstborn Elixir.
Ooh, that just feels some type of way. It's like elixir.
It's magical.
It is. That's a good one. Now she did this,
Okay.
and it fucking worked. She was unhexed.
Okay. See,
No lameness.
for me, I feel like maybe it was all about mindset.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Energy.
Intentions, if you will.
Yeah, like I don't know
placebo
about the dung,
for sure.
but
Now Ursula told Justice Darcy that she had used this cure on other women in the village because she just wanted to share this so that they would not suffer alone.
nice.
Like, I'm just here to unhex people. I don't want them to be hexed by themselves.
Just here to spread the wealth of knowledge.
She said she had done it several times and it had worked several times. So at this point, Justice Darcy told Ursula, listen, if you confess that everything you have done to these children that they are claiming you have done to Grace and Agnes's kids, you're gonna get leniency if you confess and you tell me of the other witches in this village. So according to the record, she immediately started sobbing and fell to her knees. Now, it should be noted that I am sure some light pushing happened to get this confess. I don't think she just fell to her knees sobbing and was like, I'm going to confess to you. I'm sure they did something awful.
Yeah, like pushing, like ripping her toenails off.
Exactly. Yeah. They did something awful, but they didn't write that down.
The scribe was on lunch.
Didn't put that one in there. No. So here's the confession. She said she had 2 female familiars and 2 male familiars. So she's got 4 familiars working for her. The female's job was to cause that crazy lameness to people that she wanted to hex and also harm cattle, ?
Oh.
Which is like a very specific job description. So I wonder if one of them had that in their LinkedIn profile. Like, I can harm cattle. And she was like, you're hired.
One time a farmer did me wrong.
Because that just feels like a very specific, like this one can harm cattle.
Yeah.
And it's like, is that all that one does?
Maybe.
Like, it's just like, I'm just here to harm cattle.
Everybody has their specialty.
Well, and the males were the ones who would cause death to anyone that Ursula chose.
Okay.
Here's where it gets awesome. She described and named the familiars. A male familiar was a white lamb called Tiffin, which is just cute.
Yeah, cutie.
There was a female one that was a black toad called Piggin, which is really cute too. There was another male one, which was a black cat
named
called Jack.
Okay.
Which is adorable.
It is.
And then there was another female one that was a gray cat called Titty.
I'm my next cat. Mark my motherfucking words. It is Tuesday, March 15th. It is now 1:27 in the afternoon, and my next fucking cat is going to be a gray cat named Titty. Thanks for being here today. Drew, you heard?
I gotta be real with you. Titty does some damage.
Oh shit, maybe I retract my previous statement.
It feels like it might be Tiffin who's really doing like the bad shit, but it's
Titty.
Titty really does some stuff.
Titties can do damage.
I guess.
I was like, know.
All right. She admitted that Titty had been sent
Do you remember in school when you just knew that your teacher had a favorite of everything? They would always use the same blue dry erase marker when they wrote on the board, or they would talk nonstop about their favorite element during science. I had a teacher once that literally had a favorite brand of marker. She would only write with specific markers, and if another marker ended up in her classroom, she was TO'd. And honestly, I was probably her favorite student because at the end of the year, I got her that specific brand of marker. Let's talk about their real favorite thing though, their favorite tissue brand. Kleenex. According to teacher lists, they are the #1 facial tissue trusted by teachers. Kleenex Ultra Soft tissues are silky soft to help prevent skin irritation, and now you can take them anywhere with Kleenex Snap and Go. I absolutely love Kleenex Snap and Go. It's so perfect to have that in your car. I had a cold last week and I was just... Honey, my nose was a faucet. I hate to do this to you, but it was disgusting. Drew literally came out of our garage with like 15 of the Kleenex Snap and Goes, and I put those in my glove compartment, and honey, they were easy access. It was so nice knowing that I didn't have to blow my nose into like an old wrapper that I had. Ew. So do the best thing for your kids' teachers and stock up on the ultimate classroom favorite. Maybe it'll make them their teacher's favorite student. They definitely have a favorite. Don't even get me started because again, you know it was me. For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
She admitted that Titty. Period.
That Titty had been sent to hex Grace and Piggin had been sent to hex Davy, her son. Okay. So Titty and Piggin went and they fucked this whole family up.
Pig and Titty.
So she said she also sent Tiffin over to the baby to knock the cradle over and kill her. So Tiffin's the one who's like, fuck you, Tiffin. And
yeah,
what's
but
weird
you're
is
the one
Tiffin's
who told
a
him
white
to.
lamb. I'm like, that seems like the most innocuous out of all of them.
But that's where it's at, though.
It's really bad, though. She also admitted that her sister-in-law, Ursula's own sister-in-law, had called her a witch and a whore. And in response, she had sent Jack, the cat, to torture her to death.
I mean,
And that comes back later. Someone else says that this happened.
guess what, sister-in-law? Fuck around and find out.
I mean, you call me a witch and a whore, I'm going to send my familiar to torture you to death.
I'll send Titty to torture you.
Yeah, I already got Titty out in the world right now, taking care of someone for me.
Yeah, I don't have, well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So after all of this, Justice Darcy brought Agnes and Grace into the room, the two accusers, and they had her confront Ursula and basically accuse her to her face, because that was just like, they were like, let's make this fun.
Yeah, let's watch.
So apparently Ursula immediately fell to her knees and begged that they forgive her for what she had done, you know, killing and hexing her children.
Yeah, forgive me, please.
That's a solid no, sister.
Sorry that I sent Titty to knock your baby
Sorry
over.
about that. No, it was Tiffin.
Sorry, Titty Tiffin.
Titty gave them the lameness.
Sorry, Titty made y'all lame.
As she's begging for forgiveness, she mentioned a woman named Alice Newman. She said Alice was involved, because now she's like, you want names? I got names.
She literally said,
Alice
go
Newman.
ask Alice.
She literally was like, go ask Alice. She said Alice was involved and had sent spirits to torment the children as well. So there was a whole fucking baseball team working to torment these kids. They just like, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of jacks, as we'll see. A lot of jacks.
I wonder what that's
familiars. Yeah.
I don't know any Jacks.
I know jacks.
You do?
Yeah, I do. So the next day, Ursula was like, oh shit, I forgot to tell you that like less than a year ago, Alice Newman and her, Ursula, had gotten a fight.
Oh.
She's gotten into lots of fights. And she was like, Alice called me a witch. Ursula said that. Mm-hmm. And she said she was going to report that she was a witch to Justice Darcy. Again, Ursula was unbothered. She was like, didn't bother me.
She was like, go ahead and do that.
Everything chilled out eventually and they made up, but like that accusation was still out there and things went back to normal, but apparently they hadn't, because Alice had actually taken some of Ursula's spirits in a pot and taken them home with her that day.
She trapped Titty in a pot.
She trapped Titty in a pot. This was, and at first she made it seem like things were not okay because she took my spirit. And then later she said that this was actually within her knowledge.
Okay.
That she had allowed her to take the spirit.
Just babysit my familiars.
You can take them and do what you will. Now, Ursula's son Thomas mentioned that Alice Newman was also involved in all this. Like he had also brought up her name. And he had actually referred to her as Godmother Newman, which is very interesting.
Was she his godmother?
I have no idea. It never goes further into it, but it's like people will just like mention these words or like call people things that you're like, huh. And then you can never find anything else out about it. So crazy.
She's actually his satanic grandmother.
There you go.
I mean, godmother.
Godmother. He confirmed this story that they had a fight made up and then Ursula gave her some spirits in a pot. He said that. So that's like a well-known thing in that house.
Macaroni in a pot, spirits in a pot.
That's a whap. He also said he heard Alice Newman tell his mother that she sent spirits to torment a man named Johnson and his wife to death.
They died.
I'm saying.
Whoa.
Happened. So around Christmas, after the whole thing with Grace, Ursula asked Alice to send Titty and torment Grace. And torment Grace. She said she would, and she did. So she did send Titty to torment her.
Okay.
That was it. So Titty came back, and Ursula allowed it to suck her blood as a reward for a job well done.
Titty sucked her blood.
Yes. Then she sent him back to Alice because rightfully Titty is now Alice's.
Oh.
And remember, that whole like sucking the blood thing is it's a big thing in like witch lore, and how they would like try to pretend that people were witches was like a birthmark.
Yeah.
A birthmark meant that your familiar sucked your blood out of that area. And that's why you have that spot.
Vampires as well.
Yeah. It's like that's how you're like, well, you have a witch mark. That's where your familiar like sucks your blood out of you.
You would be so fucked.
Yeah, I would be really fucked. So she said 3 months before that, John Stratton, a neighbor of hers, had a fight with her. And this is Ursula. And he, again, called her a whore and, quote, gave her other evil speeches.
So, like, said other shit.
Said
like,
other
talk
mean
shit.
And she also said his wife wouldn't lend spices to Ursula's son.
Why will nobody give
Nobody will give her
Ursula's-
anything. Just give her some neighborly shit and she'll
Right.
leave you alone. She's going
Right.
to hex your ass if you don't give it to her.
I don't blame her.
I'll give her some spices. You can have some. I have cumin.
It's
You
too
wanna-
bad Instacart didn't exist when
know.
this was all happening, because so many hexes could have been avoided.
So many.
I mean, I
So
guess
many.
you just like hex your Instacart shopper
That's
if they got
true
you the
if they
wrong
got it
thing.
wrong. There's a couple of Instacart shoppers that I've wanted to hex
Me
before.
as well. But
for,
there's
like,
also been ones that I just want to like send like.
oh, there's some that I
love.
literally want to like invite to Thanksgiving.
Correct.
Yeah.
Me as well.
So this was bullshit to Ursula, obviously. So she had Alice send Jack, the cat, to his wife. And Jack went and fucked with her, possibly killing her. It's like on record that she might have been killed, and was given blood from Ursula's thigh and Alice's thigh as a reward.
Is that like better blood?
I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Thigh blood. So they brought Alice Newman in now. And they're like, let's talk to Alice, because now she's like fully involved. She's got titty. So like we gotta bring her in.
Alice has titty.
We gotta talk to her about this. So she basically was like, yeah, sure, we had a fight, like she said. And she agreed that she had told Ursula that she knew she was a witch and she was going to report her. She's like, fuck yeah, I said that.
Yeah.
And look, here we are now.
Right.
Like, she's like, yeah, I was right. But she said everything else involving her was complete bullshit. No spirits, nothing.
Now let's this is all fun and like funny, haha. But this happened.
This is real.
Woman Alice got brought into court essentially,
Mm-hmm.
and they said, "Do you have a familiar? Do you have an invisible friend who kills women?
Yeah.
Like,
Do you have an invisible gray cat that you intentionally sent to a woman
To murder
to kill
her.
her, to torment her to death?"
and then when it got back, did you let it bite your thigh?
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
That
was
really
real.
happened.
Reading this pamphlet, and I can link to it too, it's you forget that this is real.
No,
Like, you're like, this happened.
That's why I just said, I was like, I need to remind
need to
myself
ground
and
yourself
everybody else
sometimes.
that this is for realsies.
This is real.
okay.
And this is how absurd it all was.
One day you just wake up and you get called into court for
Yeah.
this shit.
For this bullshit.
Imagine sitting there and being like, no, I don't have a fake
No.
cat named Titty that I
No.
send to kill people.
No,
I
I
don't
do
know
not.
how to prove that to you.
But I
and
do
then
not.
that's the thing. Like,
You can't
once
prove
they
it.
decided that, they'd just be like, well, you're
Once
a
it's
liar.
out there, they're not asking you to like clear your name. They're asking you to just
Confess. So they
go
can
through the
hang you.
motions. But Justice Darcy told her that if she didn't confess, then he would take, which I love this. He said, if you don't confess, I'm going to take your spirits away.
How are you going to find him?
Well, and she replied, that's impossible because I'll just keep them with me all the time.
She should not have said
But
that.
then she was like, I mean,
They don't
if I
exist.
had any.
Yeah.
Bingo, that was all they needed. They were like, you just answered like you had spirits. And she was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Whatever.
that was an interesting call.
So then a guy named William Hook comes in. And he said, this is Alice's neighbor, and he had a lot to say.
Yeah.
He said that Alice's husband, William, had been hexed by her own husband. He said that during meal times, he heard them speaking out loud, like to each other. And he heard her husband say, "Dost thou not see?" Like he was referring to something in the room. And he said he then heard Alice respond several times to this same statement, that if he saw something in the room, he should just give it some meat and it would go away.
What?
He then later heard William tell Alice to beat the thing to get it to go away.
What?
And he was like, I think they were talking about the familiars.
I mean, yeah, like
Yeah,
give it
sure.
some meat and it will go away.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it might come back for more meat.
Yeah, I mean,
but-
it's your familiar. That's the whole point. But he also said that Alice had gone to a man named Johnson, who we just talked about before. We mentioned him. How Alice said, like, the familiars had been sent to Johnson and his wife
kill them.
to kill them.
Yeah.
He was the guy, apparently, in the village, this Johnson guy, who collected money for the poor in the village.
A
he's
good
like a
man.
good guy. And Alice had asked him for 12 pence to help her ailing husband, who, remember, everybody said she hexed to feel that way. Like,
she did
made
this
him
to her
that way.
husband to get the money.
And Johnson said he couldn't give her the 12 pence, and they had a fight.
Oh.
Alice had later sent spirits to Johnson and his wife and instructed them to torment them to death. Johnson died as a result.
Okay.
So he died. Like, that's on record.
He did
died.
die. I don't
He
know
did
if
die.
it was as a result
I don't think it was
Titty, but...
I don't think it was Titty's fault. But meanwhile, Ursula is still confessing and still naming other quote unquote witches.
Because she's thinking that's going to get her out of
They
this.
promised her she could get out of this with that. So she's just singing like a canary.
And then the stories just get more wild.
More and more wild, because Justice Darcy told her over and over, I promise you will be safe if you just provide names and you confess your own involvement.
Doubt it.
So now she named Elizabeth Bennet, Alice Hunt, and Agnes Glasscock. So it's thought that Justice Darcy was actually part of like a bigger network of people just trying to round up and extinguish witches in the village. Mm-hmm. He was likely using his employees, like Grace Thurlow, who started this whole thing, to expose and manipulate gossipy grudges and rumors just for people to come in and be accused. Now, Ursula said she had gone to visit Elizabeth Bennet, which is one of the people she accused. She had gone to visit her about 3 months prior, and she saw that she had a spirit in a pot. But you keep your spirits in pots, apparently.
Yeah, where else
this
are you
one
gonna
was
put
a
them?
ferret. She said Tiffin, her spirit, had told her that Elizabeth, in fact, had 2 spirits. So now these spirits are gossipy motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's like a secret circle.
Yeah, they're like, oh, no, she has 2 spirits. Like,
She's
Tiffin's
a
like,
liar.
don't you dare let her tell you that. So one of these spirits was named Suckin, and the other one was named Leard. She said Elizabeth had actually hexed a man named Wyatt's wife to death.
Okay.
She had also sent a spirit to make 3 of his cattle very sick, and 2 of the 3 died.
Oh, I wonder who that was.
Yeah.
When did that?
I'm like, which one had that in their profile?
The guy on the LinkedIn who
go.
messes with the cattle.
I mess with cattle.
Hello.
She had also sent spirits to kill a man named Willingale and a woman who was married to William Wiles. So there's a lot of murder happening here now.
For like no reason.
Yeah, and she had most notably sent a spirit to torment another child as well.
Get out of here.
Now, Alice Hunt, who was accused by Ursula as well, had spirits. She also had killed, quote, 6 beasts that belonged to a man named Hayward. Alice Hunt had given it some blood to drink as a reward, so they were able to find like a witch mark. Agnes Glasscock, another one of the accused by Ursula, had been accused by a local shoemaker as well. He had said she hexed and eventually killed his child. According to Ursula, she had asked Tiffin about this. Now, we'll see. Tiffin, like, really, he knows everything.
He's got the tea.
She had asked Tiffin about this, and Tiffin said it was true. And he said she had also been responsible for the death of another child because she had asked her spirits to torment those children to death.
These people had way too much time on their hands.
Now, I love it because they then asked her if Tiffin, who had been the real informant here, relaying this information to Ursula, who relayed it to Justice Darcy, they asked if Tiffin was a reliable spirit. Had he lied before? This is real.
You're shitting me.
Like, Tiffin's never given me a reason not to trust him, you know? Like, I feel like we're bros. I feel like we would tell each other everything.
Does
I feel
this
like we have a connection.
imaginary source
This is
ever
real.
lie to you?
Like, she's like, I told Tiffin about a surprise party once, and that fucker is like a steel trap. Surprised the hell out of the birthday girl.
Unreal.
Like, we
Unreal.
don't have to worry about him.
And they were like, you partied? You
They were-
danced?
they
Did you
were
show
like,
your ankle?
Yeah, they're like, you're a witch.
We're going to kill you now.
But she said, nope, he was totally honest. She had no reason to distrust him. This is all on actual official record that they had this, like, a discussion about this.
I love it.
So they rounded up these accused women because Tiffin said so.
Duh.
This Tiffin that we are just relying on.
Reliable old Tiffin.
Now, Agnes Glasscock was completely unfazed. Just like Ursula, she was like, fuck you guys. She denied everything and was like, that lady is a kook. They searched her for witch marks anyways, and they found what they believed to be witch marks on her thigh and left shoulder. Remember, these are just freckles, beauty marks, birthmarks.
An itch you scratched
Literally
earlier.
anything. So she still, even though they were like, look, we found them, she still denied and was like, they are regular skin marks, you idiots. But they brought Ursula in and had her accuse Agnes to her face because they just love doing that, apparently.
Yeah, it's like the ultimate smackdown. It's like celebrity deathmatch.
Because you always believe that somebody's not going to accuse someone to their
Say it
face
to
if
her
they're
face.
lying. Like, say it.
Yeah.
But when death is on the line, like
gonna
if
say it.
hanging is on the line, yeah, I'm going to accuse someone. Like, get me out of here.
Yeah.
So Ursula did it. She accused her right to her face, and Agnes lost her mind. According to records, she used a lot of vulgarities and called Ursula a whore, which I'm like, why is everyone calling Ursula a whore?
It's like bitch back then.
It's like the meanest thing they could say. And
Yeah.
told her she was going to scratch her face like the witch she was.
Oh.
which I'm like, damn.
I will
Agnes.
scratch your face like the witch you are.
Like, woo. She then accused Ursula back of being a witch and said she had bewitched her and made it so she could not cry.
What?
She was like, see how I'm not crying? Her fault. She bewitched me and made it so I can't
Where
cry.
when did that enter
Yeah.
the chat?
I don't know.
She fucking froze your tear ducts?
Tears for Fears. I don't know. So they brought in Alice Hunt and another accused, and she was like, nope, not true.
Not
These
me.
are like, they're no. Even denying it, she was going to be arrested anyways. So she broke down and confessed to Justice Darcy
what
because
else are
she's
you
going to
gonna
be
do?
arrested. She told him she had 2 spirits, Jack and Robin.
Everybody's got a Jack.
And there's a couple Robins too, we'll see.
Okay.
They were familiars in the form of a black and white cult. So they are tiny horses. And apparently she kept them in a pot. So they're very
Everybody's
tiny
in a
horses.
pot.
She said they told her that Ursula would do this and betray her. She was like, they told me this would happen. Then she went further and said her own sister, Margaret, I think Simone, had 2 spirits and was a witch as well. So just accused her own sister.
Wow. Well, she's like, if I got to be in here, so I would accuse
Might as
you
well
just
hang
so we
for
could
a
hang.
while. Yeah.
Not hang, but like,
actually hang out.
yeah, hang before we hanged.
Yeah. Yeah. So she had 2 spirits, toads named Tom and Robin.
Okay.
And she was a witch. So then she said that they got these spirits as a gift from their own mother. So now she's accusing her mother, Mother Barnes, who was also a witch. Their mother was dead, by the way. I'm like, way to accuse your dead mother who can't say
Even
anything
defend
against this.
herself. Yeah.
But so they bring in Margaret now to question her, the sister. And she's like, and I literally wrote in my notes, I would fuck my sister's world up if she did this shit to me.
Well, I did just tell you that I
So you definitely
would've.
told me that you would. So that's good to know. Now, where am I? I just lost my place. So Margaret denied everything, but eventually she also confessed under what I'm certain was
Duress.
not nice, interrogation.
Tactics.
Exactly. That's the word I was looking for. Now, remember, Justice Darcy promised all these women that he would be lenient on them if they just confessed or gave other names.
I feel like he's not a man of his word.
No. So Ursula had given all these names. Now Alice Hunt turned on her own sister, Marjorie, and then Marjorie said a widowed older woman named Joan Pesci was also a witch. So now
Joan
they're
Pesci?
just Joan Pesci. Joan Pesci.
No, that's not what you said.
She said she knew this, so Joe Pesci is now in here. He is also a witch. She said she knew this because her mother, Marjorie, and what's her
dead
name?
mother.
Marjorie and her sister's mother had told her if they didn't want the spirits that she had given them at any point, that she should send them to Joan because Joan would use them because she was a witch.
Okay.
Now, she said when Ursula had originally been arrested, she sent the spirits to live with Joan because she was scared she was going to be caught. So she's like, I sent them off to live with Joan.
With the pot spirits.
Exactly. It's just a lot. Alice, her sister, also confirmed this and said they grew up next door to Joan and would hear her talking to herself, which they assumed was talking to her familiars. Which if they lived next door to me, they would also hear me talking to myself.
I walk into my house when I get home and I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to the cats. I'm
sure.
talking to the fucking stove.
Oh, yeah. I talk
I'd
to
be
everything.
fucked.
They also said that Joan was an incredibly powerful witch.
Oh,
she knew
okay.
everything about everyone. And she also mentioned that Joan was with their mother the day before their mother died.
Oh.
So this is all just like a big, holy shit. So they brought in Joan Pesci. Now, she is elder. She's
Yeah.
elderly. And she was like, absolutely not. I'm not a powerful witch.
Right.
She denied everything. She said Alice and Marjorie or Margaret? I don't remember which one it is. It's spelled several ways in different records.
Old English.
So the sister's mother was also not a witch as far as she knew. She was like, this is bullshit. They're just lying. And she's like, I don't have any hot goss on anyone in the village. I am not this powerful witch that knows everything. When asked, she did say that the death of that guy Johnson, the man who collected money for the poor, she said that was very sudden and that he was a very honest man.
Okay, so that's sus.
So she's putting out there I'm just saying.
I don't know who
I'm just
did
going to drop this right here. She also related that another man who was named Lurkin had said he was told by Johnson himself that he believed Alice Newman was bewitching him to death.
Oh.
So full-on witch hunt through February and into March now.
Of course.
People were just turning on each other left and right. Now, during this hunt, Henry and Cicely Sellis were accused and brought in. They were a couple, like a man and a woman. A man named Richard Ross had a lot to say about them and had accused them. He said something about refusing to sell her malt because she was refusing the price. It was like a very weird involving selling something. She was refusing the price, and it was hard to translate from the Old English, but after this they had a falling out. And hard speeches were had.
So they called each other a whore.
Exactly. Then he said after this, his barn had burned down, and it was them who caused it through witchcraft.
Oh.
Cicely was accused of tormenting a couple of children to death, at least one belonging to a man named Thomas Death.
You're kidding me.
In the record, his name is Thomas Death.
Interesting.
And also was accused of causing the cattle to act weird.
Oh, why would you do that?
Henry and Cicely's 9-year-old son Henry came in to talk against them and had a wild story, he said, about last Christmas. He said last Christmas about midnight, he said there came to his brother John a spirit. Mm-hmm. He said it took his brother by the left leg and also by the little toe.
Of course.
He said it looked like his sister, but all black and mutiny.
What?
Like it looked like a mutant, like just shadowy his sister.
Like, sweet little baby, you had a nightmare.
Yeah. So Henry said his brother John cried out, Father, Father, come help me. There's a black thing that hath me by me leg, as big as my sister.
What?
That's what he said. And he said when his father heard this, he heard his father say to his mother, Why, thou whore, cannot you keep your imps from my children? And she apparently called it away from John, saying, come away, and it left.
What? It's like
because
you
they
with
also
the people cutting the sheets.
I'm saying, that's all you got to do. Come away.
Come away.
And imps are also like another, like a familiar or a spirit or something like that. Henry said he told his mother he was terrified of this thing and that John had scars from it. His mother apparently was like, you're lying, fuck off. Like, just bye.
Yeah.
He then told them he saw his mother feed these imps or spirits or familiars from a black dish with milk and salt. And he said their names were Hercules and Mercury.
No.
I cannot. And apparently one was black, one was white, one was a girl, one was a boy, and they had eyes like goose eyes.
Ooh, I don't like that. Also, imagine if your 9-year-old son spoke out against you, like in the middle of a witch trial. I'd be like, I'm gonna learn witchcraft
so
while I'm in the can over here. I think that's the toilet. What do they?
I'm in the can over here.
What do they call it?
Yeah,
like,
sure.
What's another word for jail? I don't know.
They're the pokey.
No,
I think it's called.
That's not what I was thinking.
That is a thing.
I'm gonna learn witchcraft in jail, and I am gonna hex your ass for the rest of your life.
Because that was some bullshit.
I would be like, listen, Father Darcy, whatever your name is.
Justice Darcy.
I'm not a witch, but I'm now choosing a path of
I'm
witch.
choosing the path of witchcraft. Because this is bullshit.
To condemn this little turd over here.
This little betrayer.
I gave it life.
This little Benedict Arnold.
Yeah.
Now, John, the brother, who was 6... came in to talk.
Did he have scars?
They don't say that it was confirmed, but he did confirm that he had seen, quote, a black thing like his sister that took him by the leg, and that he cried out, saying, Father, Father, come help me and defend me, for there is a black thing that hath me by the leg. At which he saith, his father said to his mother, Ye stinking whore, what mean ye? Can ye not keep your imps from my children?
Wow.
He said they have eyes that are huge, and his mom called them imps.
Okie dokie.
So this is just like very concerning.
Hex them all. Hex all the kids.
Now, a woman named Alice Mansfield was accused in a nearby town, Thorpe. Joan Cheston. What?
I just took a sip of coffee. I'm so sorry. Thorpe.
Yeah, like Thorpe. Exactly.
So I had to take that moment.
Now, Joan Cheston, the widow of John Cheston, said the summer before Alice Mansfield had come to her house and asked for curds, but she had none.
Nobody has cheese. Nobody has curds.
When she left, suddenly the cattle were lame as shit.
Wow, even the cattle are
They're
uncool.
lame as fuck. Days later, she returned demanding curds again. So now she's demanding curds.
Give me some motherfucking curds. Put them up. Put them up.
And she said they fought, and Joan yelled at her that she knows she bewitched her cattle, and if she didn't make them better and reverse the hex, then she would have her burned for it.
Whoa.
She left, and suddenly those cattle were good as new.
No, they weren't.
So she's like, I scared her into it.
Get out of here.
A woman referred to as Lynn's wife, which I'm like, that night.
You know that feeling when you come home late from work and those puppy dog eyes just pierce right through your soul? Or when you're packing for a trip and your cat refuses to leave your suitcase? Yeah, we've all been there. Pet parent guilt is real. And you know what? It's completely normal. That's exactly why Hill's Pet Nutrition exists. They understand that being a pet parent means being human, with all of our imperfections and daily juggling acts. Hill's science-led nutrition helps you give more love than humanly possible. Whether it's those long work days or trying to balance attention between multiple pets, Hill's Pet Nutrition gets it. They've created science-based nutrition that supports your pet's lifelong health, so you can feel confident even when life gets hectic. Because you're only human, there's Hill's. Science does more. Ready to let go of the guilt? Find the right food at hillspet.com/podcast. That's hillspet.com/podcast.
That's shitty.
Said Alice Mansfield came to her to ask for milk, and she only had a little. So she said no, she couldn't give it because she's like, I only have a little. I need it for me. Mm-hmm. She left pissed, and she said that night her calf died. And do you want to know how her calf died?
I do.
Direct quote, being very lusty.
What?
I got questions. I got a lot of questions.
He died being very lusty?
What the fuck does that mean?
Like he had a crush on another cow?
Like lusty? He was being very like seductive? Like this calf?
Did he die humping a cow?
Did he die doing some dirty shit?
Did he die cheating on
What
his
happened?
cow wife?
What happened? How did he die being very lusty? I need to know. It was in the record. Now, the accused were transferred to the jail at Colchester Castle, and people could come and talk to them, or they could come just view them like zoo animals.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Great.
March 9th, Ursula told people that Alice Newman had sent a spirit to kill Lord Darcy, who was not Justice Darcy, but was a relation to him, like a father or some
One of
other
the
relation.
Darcys.
Lord Darcy died.
Oh.
So now Justice Darcy's own family had been touched by this, so no.
Well, was his dad like fucking 45 and super elderly at that point in time?
Was his dad like 17 and like at the end of his life?
Like, come on.
Now, Henry Durant, a local butcher, came to talk to Ursula, and he asked her about the death of his daughter. He was like, I got questions.
Okay.
It was sudden, and he had suspected witchcraft. And Ursula said, yep, you're correct. It was witchcraft at work. She said Henry Durant had refused to give Alice Hunt and her mother, Mother Barnes, pork when they asked for some, and so they bewitched his child to death as punishment.
Okay.
No pork, your kid dies.
I mean, it was a hard knock life out there.
Very hard knock life.
In Wheel.
Now, March 20th, Lawrence Kemp, Ursula's brother, came forward and said his wife, his wife, which is Ursula's sister-in-law, had suddenly come down ill with an ailing back and privy parts.
Well, she did call Ursula a whore, so...
And after 9 months of intense suffering, she had died. And remember, Ursula admitted earlier that she killed her own sister-in-law.
She did say that.
Yeah. Now, Lawrence said, and again, admitted in quotation marks, meaning like,
as they like
had
what
they
her
did to her.
tongue like pinched and hung on a wall.
Exactly. Now, Lawrence said that his wife had told him throughout this ordeal that she was sure it was Ursula who was making it happen. The two women didn't get along, obviously, and had actually come to blows a couple of years before this.
Does that mean they hit each other?
Yeah. And he mentioned something else that further cemented everyone's opinion on Ursula as well. He said she showed up uninvited to his wife's deathbed, and that's when she finally died after Ursula touched her arm.
Ooh.
Before that, she was like ailing for days in bed, but she just died
as soon as Ursula stepped on the scene.
So March 29th, 1582, all the accused witches were tried. So Ursula and Alice Newman were indicted for murder by witchcraft. Whoa. So Ursula did not get the leniency that she was promised.
Imagine if that was still a charge.
I could not even fathom.
No.
And it actually, in the official record, it says, on 12 February 1582 at St Osyth, they bewitched Elizabeth, the bewitched Elizabeth, daughter of Richard Leatherdale, so that she died on 26th of February. And also that on 30th of November, 1581, at St Osyth, they bewitched Adina, wife of John Stratton, so that she died on February 14th, 1582. Those are the charges leveled against her.
Okay.
So both Alice Newman and Ursula Kemp were both indicted on killing Grace's baby by sending a spirit to throw her from the cradle. Mm-hmm. Alice Newman was remanded, which apparently means you are you don't get any, you're not sentenced and you're not charged. You're just kind of like released. But like, there's no real trial for you. But you can be brought back in for this
But
trial.
she got released?
But she got released. But you're not just released out into the world, you're released back into jail.
Oh.
Which is where they would mostly die.
Yeah.
Now, she was remanded, but Ursula was found guilty with a trial and sentenced to hang. Elizabeth Bennet was also indicted and found guilty of murder by witchcraft for bewitching William and Joan Byatt on October 1st, 1581, and causing them both to die on February 10th of 1582. She was sentenced to hang with Ursula.
Wow.
Alice Hunt was found not guilty of killing cattle and of murdering Henry Durant, the butcher's daughter.
I wonder what happened that made her not guilty, because I feel like that just never happened.
I know. Well, this was the real beginning of like the intense witch trials, so I think it started slower, maybe. Now, Agnes Glascock was found guilty of a ton of murder by witchcraft, but was somehow remanded and didn't hang.
Okay.
Joan Pesci was old and she was not tried at all. She was discharged by proclamation, which meant she was released without trial or verdict, but she couldn't pay herself from jail and she died in prison.
Oh my God.
Now, Cicely Sellis was found not guilty of the arson charge of burning down that barn, but she was found guilty of bewitching Thomas Death's child to death. And
so they didn't think that she did the witchcraft on the barn, but she did on the person.
She definitely killed the kid, but she didn't burn down that barn.
They were like, fire in a barn, unbelievable.
No. She was sent to prison on remand, but died while she was in there before release. Because remember, they can bring you back in on remand.
And like the prison conditions.
Oh, the diseases that would run through there, like you were just, that was your death sentence. Alice Newman was probably also one who died in prison. There's no record of her death. But she was an inmate listed August 2nd, 1582 with Cicely and Alice Hunt, and was still on that list March 4th, 1588, a few years later.
Wow.
And had not been released. Then she's gone from the list June 15th, but it is not recorded that she was released.
Interesting.
So the general consensus is she died while awaiting release from prison as well. In the end, 14 people were tried and 2 were executed during this witch hunt.
And this all started with one woman whose child wasn't feeling well.
And many died in prison. So many more people died from this. And this was the second really major witch trial since the crime of witchcraft became a felony.
That is so crazy.
And that is the St Osyth Witch trials in a nutshell.
Wow. And obviously, like, with some of the old English and like terms, we had fun, but
Oh yeah, but the actual, it's just, it's hard to wrap your brain around.
It's so crazy. This happened to real women.
And that like spectral evidence gets entered. And like when you see that stuff in like the Salem witch trials and the other ones, it's just like, how?
And we're having like 9-year-olds testify against their mother about probably a fucking nightmare that they had.
Absolutely. Like a sleep paralysis moment.
It's like psychologists didn't exist back then.
No,
like,
nothing. You just took people on their, and it was wild too to see people who knew what would happen if they accused someone and they still did it just because of like revenge or being angry or like some slight that happened,
or to save their own skin.
And it's like, this person's gonna hang, like there's a real possibility this person will hang or rot in prison.
Wow.
And it's like they just would do it. They just turn around and just
it's really sad when you think about it, and like what people can be driven to do in circumstances like this.
Truly. But so that's your that was my like still scary, still very real, still very much crimes. But like we could have fun with some of the old English and like the silliness of the thought of like
Titty
the gray cat that kills people. You know?
I liked it a lot.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for putting it together.
Thank you.
No, thank you. And we hope that you keep listening.
And we hope you
keep it weird, but not so weird that you go around just like hexing people and not hexing people and letting your titties out.
Don't
let your titty out.
Don't accuse people of witchcraft.
Yeah, I mean it's not a felony anymore, so
don't do it.
Is it? No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
I like things my way, my coffee, my schedule, and my treatment. So I talked to my doctor about self-injecting with the Vyvgart Hytrulo prefilled syringe, which contains efgartigimod alpha and hyaluronidase QVFC. It's injected under your skin, subcutaneously. It means I can inject in my space, on my time. It's my treatment, my way. Visit VyvgartMyWay.com. That's VYVGART myway.com. And talk to your doctor about Vyvgart Hytrulo. Brought to you by argenx.
Hi, I'm Angie Hicks, co-founder of Angie. When you use Angie for your home projects, you know all your jobs will be done well. Roof repair? Done well. Kitchen sink install? Done well. Deck upgrades? Done well. Electrical upgrade? Done well. Angie's been connecting homeowners with skilled pros for nearly 30 years, so we know the difference between done and done well. Angie, the one you trust to find the ones you trust. Find a pro for your project at Angie.com.